Howdy, morning everybody. So today we're gonna work on this 2003 Avalanche. All right, what we're doing is we're going to swap out this center console into a jump seat. So pretty easy to get started. You're gonna look and see under the seats. First thing, you're gonna knock out a couple of those bolts. All right, you gotta remove that black cap there on the inside. Now they're going to be special tops, but if you use a 15 millimeter on the front, and I actually found that a 7/16 on the rear worked out pretty well. So I'm gonna get those seats out and then we'll check back in. All right, welcome back. So once you get the bolts off, you can see, so you're gonna have two harnesses underneath here. You can push that little clip, that's for your airbag, right? And pop that out, and then remove this little purple safety latch, and you can get to this push tab and unplug the harness that controls your seats. Okay, there is a little removable black case that goes over top. So once you got your seats out, right, this guy will just lift up, but you got to pull this out, and you see there's two bolts back there, which is usually your little drop down glove box cup holder that goes in place there. Now what I would like to do is actually keep this, so I may do a little cutting once I get this out, but we're going to take it out in one piece and see if I want to find one of those drop down cup holders or put that back in place. All right, let's get it out. All right, so once those bolts are out, you got to watch the console trim. You got to work your way under that. Underneath here, there's another harness. Now this one's tricky. So it has two tabs. You squeeze those tabs, and then at the same time, when you squeeze those tabs, you have to roll this white piece so it has a tab here. All right, I'm gonna put the phone down so real quick, see if you guys can see it. All right, so squeeze, and you see how it shifts? Squeeze, unlock. Cool. Once you get that open, you can work the harness apart. Now you're completely disconnected. All right, y'all. So project's done. The reason I did this was because I had such a good deal on this truck. It's an 03 fully loaded with 77,000 miles on it. Got another baby on the way, which means now I need seating for 6 if I want to just keep this truck and be able to use it for camping and all that stuff. It's our extra vehicle. So project is here. You can see now, final. I had picked up a cloth seat, did a little quick reupholster on it, and then I was able to salvage my console here, which was kind of nice because what no one talks about is that big jumble of wiring. So there's a huge harness that controls all that stuff on there. So I was able to salvage my 12-volt, my cigarette lighter. You can see I made a cut straight here. I'm going to go through and do a little sanding on it just to round the edges. But it's kind of nice. Only children are going to be sitting in the center console, so they'll be able to straddle the seat with ease. Like I said, this project, all in all, only took me about an hour to actually do the swap. It took me another hour just to figure out all the cutting and adjusting on there, but that wiring harness came all the way underneath that center console. So actually doing this and maintaining that is actually kind of nice because I'm able to hide all that wiring. But that's it. Finished project. Now got the jump seat in here or my armrest. So cool beans, man. All done. All right, so just a heads up, in your console when you're going to do this swap, take the top off there underneath here. So that's where you got your back set up and whatnot. If your Avalanche comes with the Bose sound system, you've got an amp in there. Okay, So what you got to do is you got to take those 4 bolts out, because if you don't bring the amp up with it, then your speakers will not have any noise coming out of them. That's what it looks like, right? That's bolted in there. So whenever I dropped in this jump seat, you still need to plug that big ass harness nest in there. So once you have that, your speakers will work. So again, good thing I cut that off. Still need to do some sanding and salvaged that, because otherwise I would have had that nice thick harness running through there you would have seen, and it would have been under this seat. So I'd rather have it kind of hidden there to the eye, unless you're sitting right there. So again, remember, if you don't pull that and plug it back into the harness, you'll have all the power but no sound.